candidates, dear family, parents, grandparents, siblings, partners, and friends of our candidates, on behalf of Maastricht University and particularly on behalf of the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, I would like to welcome you here in the St. Jan's Church to this special meeting of the Board of Examiners. Of course, I would like to also welcome everyone who's not able to participate in person and maybe is in the occasion to follow us through the live stream that we provide for this session. My name is Tanja Adam and I'm the chair of the Board of Examiners. This session is organized in the St. Jan's Church, a church that is more than 800 years old. And since 1632, it has been the Protestant church in Maastricht, and we're very grateful to the Reformed Council that we can use this unique and particularly festive location for this graduation ceremony. The Master of Human Movement Sciences knows 3 tracks: health and rehabilitation, physiotherapy, and sports and nutrition. And today here, 31 candidates will graduate from the track Sports and Nutrition, one of which will graduate cum laude. I would like to introduce the 2 gentlemen to my right. First, this is Dr. Lex Verdijk, who is the overall coordinator of the master's program. I would also like to introduce and welcome Dr. Joran Trommelen, one of the course coordinators within the program. Since this is an official and a formal event, I would like to open it formally with the gavel. I would like to first give the floor to Dr. Verdijk, who will start the ceremony with a welcome note.
Tanja. It's about 6 pages, so. Right. Dear students, dear almost human movement sciences colleagues, I'm going to start with a quote. Dear Lex, I hope this email finds you well. I am reaching out to inform you that the professional cycling team Jayco Alula hired me as the sports dietitian to the Women World Tour team. This achievement would not have been possible without my studies at Maastricht. So I just want to say thanks to you and the staff for having given me the opportunity to be part of UM. Exciting times ahead of me. Hope we can see each other soon to catch up. As I said, it's a quote obviously from one of our previous students who actually graduated last year and that I received in my email box like 2 or 3 weeks ago while preparing for this graduation speech. And I think it nicely illustrates what we would like for all of you to happen after today. Starting your career, pursuing your professional ambitions, finding something that really interests you, hopefully acknowledging how your education as a Master of Science and Human Movement Sciences has helped you along the way. And that may have been primarily the content or the topics that were discussed, which may have given you the specific knowledge or the skills you need for your job, or maybe the Maastricht PBL system, that has prepared you to speak up and collaborate with different disciplines and different people from the Netherlands or Germany, Belgium, Austria, UK, France, you name it. Or maybe it was the Dutch directness that has taught you to provide and receive honest feedback and as such become a better team player. Or it could have been any combination of these issues. Along with only talking and reading and writing in English, stressing to find a placement, preparing to go abroad maybe. All of that has been part of your time studying human movement sciences at Maastricht University. And despite any ups and downs that you may have had, you all made it to the end. You managed to successfully finish your studies, and now here we are today to celebrate that moment. And I'm very happy that many of you are actually physically present to celebrate that. And of course, with this speech, I'm not just addressing you, but also those students that could not be here but still received their diploma. What I'm speaking about today is obviously meant for all of you. About 1 or 2 years ago, for part-time students, most of you started your journey to become a Master of Science in Human Movement Sciences. And today, you have reached your goal. And I'm very honored to stand here and be able to congratulate you on behalf of Maastricht University and the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences with that achievement. We are handing out in total 79 diplomas to students from all 3 specializations. In the first session, just before you, we had 16 diplomas for health and rehabilitation and 8 or 9 for physiotherapy. And now, like Tanya said, 31 diplomas will be handed out for sports and nutrition. So if you do the quick math, that obviously is not 79 diplomas, but not everybody could be here, which means you have more time to celebrate afterwards, so that's a good thing. If you look back at the year or the years that lie behind you, you have deepened your knowledge of human movement science in a specific area. And you've strengthened your skills in applying that knowledge. But above all, you've also further developed your scientific thinking and your critical mindset on how to interpret and perform or present research in this area. And we think it's an important area. We know that more than half of our population does not move around enough. And whereas every day there's more evidence accumulating that maintaining or adopting a physically active lifestyle reduces the risk of cardiac disease, metabolic disease, cancer, cognitive decline, Alzheimer, and even less obvious health complaints such as gut issues or mental depression. So simply put, whether it's exercise specifically or whether it's daily physical activity, being active is associated with a longer and, more importantly, a healthier lifespan. And then on the other side of the spectrum, both the fun and the performance factor in sports remain a key area that has always been and will always be something that draws attention in our society. How to maintain optimal fitness in elite athletes aiming to become an Olympic or world champion. How can we optimize physical or mental or nutritional status during long-lasting sports events? Just as an example, take the Dutch Jumbo-Visma cycling team. Last year, they have been incredibly successful, winning the Giro d'Italia, the Tour de France, and the Vuelta a España. And a major part of that success was not just the investment in the very best cyclists, but actually also an investment in the best staff, including performance coaches, exercise physiologists, nutritionists, and embedded scientists. Quite a few of those, if you look at the list, actually started their career right here in Maastricht. In other words, whether it is sports-related, or whether it is fitness-related, or general health-related, we think there's a clear need for knowledgeable people that understand the importance of human movement and that can bring that message across to society in general. And we think that with the knowledge and the skills that you have gained over the past year or years, you will be able to contribute, shaping part of the future for that very society. And some of you will do that in a research setting, further establishing an evidence base for the best ways to promote health or performance. And I've actually already heard of 5 students this year that will immediately start with a PhD project or maybe have already started. Still others will use their knowledge to educate professionals in the field or implement their knowledge and skills in a more practical setting, working as a healthcare professional or a government advisor, an R&D specialist, or maybe a personal trainer or supervisor working for a rehabilitation institute, like Jumbo-Visma, or like the student I quoted in the beginning. And I know it may not be an even road that lies ahead of you, but you have taken the first hurdle. And in due time, we really believe that human movement scientists are eagerly awaited for to generate and implement knowledge that can help to solve problems that affect many people in our society now, but also in the future. So today we celebrate almost 80 new human movement scientists. You will all get your 10 seconds or maybe even 15 seconds of fame right here on the spotlight. Tanya will explain that to you. But there's one person I would like to mention specifically as being the only student within the sports nutrition specialization of this year to graduate with distinction. And that is sitting up front here, Louis van der Bleken. Congratulations. Also a quick thanks to Louis for accepting my invitation to talk to us later on. I actually didn't know that you were getting a distinction, so it was completely by coincidence. But we'll hear from you later on. And then finally, as you may or may not know, we constantly strive to improve the content of what we offer to our students. And we can only do that if we actually get honest feedback from you as students on what is good, but also where there's, you know the word, room for improvement. And most of that feedback is actually quite positive, but there's always some insightful, critical notes that can be made and that we will try and take into account to maintain and further improve the quality of our education. So thanks to all of you, basically, for choosing our program and for providing us with that feedback. So with that, I would like to end by congratulating all of you with your master's degree. And I do that on behalf of the faculty and on behalf of all the academic staff involved in our program, specifically also on behalf of Rob de Bie and Bart Bongers as the co-coordinators of the Human Movement Sciences program. But really also on behalf of myself, and not just as the Human Movement Sciences coordinator, but basically as one of your new colleagues. I sincerely wish you all the best in your professional career, but maybe more importantly in life in general. It would be great to stay in touch, and if you agree, you can accept the invitation for the Human Movement Sciences LinkedIn page. I know many of you already did. We already spammed you last week. If you haven't done so, please join us. Then final congratulations to all the parents, family members, partners, husbands, wives, friends, everybody else that's joining you today. You can all be very proud of these people. And obviously the last words are for you. I hope you will enjoy your well-deserved status as a Master of Science in Human Movement Sciences. And thank you very much for listening to me for one last time.
Thank you, Lex. We're actually continuing now with the actual graduation, and I'm going to briefly explain the procedure to you first. So I will call the names of the candidates. You will receive your certificate from Lex. Then you can move on. You will receive a rose from Jorn. And then you're going to stand in the corner there. And please don't tip off. There is a white line there. So be careful, you pay attention to that. And there a photo of you will be taken. And then you can go back to your seat. We're going to start out with our cum laude student, and that is Louis van der Bleken. Matthijs van Asten. Joël Baas. Roma Banon of Bannon. Maxime Bogart. Kim Broekhuizen. Joanna Demetriou. Twan Eenkhoorn. van der Fase. Hugues Krauw-Forster. Bieke van Hertum. Luc Heijmen. Zoe van der Hoofd. Jesse van Houten. Biljana Isheva. Now, as a short intermezzo, I would like to ask Louis to the stage here and address us and the graduates.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm not pretty sure if it's short, but good afternoon, Maastricht University, professors, fellow graduates, and our beloved ones present here and online today. Some days ago, the university asked me to speak on this significant moment in our careers, in our lives, and I agreed to the honors. Reflecting on the question, why me, brought me to the idea that I probably was the alpha of the group. Tried to make a statistical joke there, but you got it. Obviously, I'm the significant difference amongst the student population. Not that I hope that it shows by appearance, but it might have shown by the way I attended class. Armed with a pencil and a block note where you, the other students, opened up your laptops. Quite a difference. I have to say my approach worked pretty well during, for instance, tutorials, and I still believe it's the best way to attack lab practicals, but my way of taking notes turned sour once in the auditorium, especially when the professors turned down the light. I had to evolve, and evolving is what we all did in this specific journey from students to young graduates. Evolving is what we have to keep doing also after our graduation. Therefore, I believe that this moment, now, this graduation speech, is a time to reflect upon the past, dwell on the future, and certainly take a time to celebrate this moment. So here we go. What pops in my mind when I look back on our master's program at Maastricht University is the way in which different students from different countries all over the world and with a different background education can so easily blend together as a vivid and supporting community. I really enjoyed the vibe that was amongst us during the program, and actually I feel the same vibe again today. What connects us, our common denomination, is without any doubt our passion. A passion for the human body, its biology, and the way movement and nutrition have an influence on it. What connects us, furthermore, is the hard work we have put in, our dedication to overcome the challenges, both as an individual and as a group. And the challenges were versatile. I'm sure you can recall key milestones like studying cellular respiration, writing an essay, battling through journal clubs, thematic presentings, structuring a review, or composing a fact sheet, just to mention some. Not only did we study things, tutors made sure we actually felt it as well. Who performed a lab test? On a bike, on a biodex, jumping 100 times off a table. I'm pretty sure you will never forget about the delayed onset of muscle soreness anymore. While doing these things, we created a journey. My personal journey wasn't an easy one. I enrolled the program while working combined jobs. Little did I know about the efforts it would need to graduate. I had no clue at all how I could pull off the mission impossible. But I started anyways because I wanted it that much, because my loved one supported me. A colleague wrote me a postcard saying, "You can do big things." I held on to that power. It is my strong belief that everything is possible, as long as you dream hard enough. I even wish I enrolled the program earlier for a better option on a further academical career, or if only because then my parents could have been here today. Now, the point to this story, my story, is that we all have a story to tell. Living abroad, combining studies and having a sports career, we all did big things. While doing these things with you, I have learned that the future is certain. Regardless what might be said, the next generation will handle. I have witnessed the greatest minds with the greatest stamina. Thank you for enclosing me. And I hope that I was somehow inspiring you at a certain moment as much as you were to me. I have experienced at the same time that the PBL learning system, where the abbreviation stands for problem-based learning, comes down to learning in an active small group around a specific topic where it keeps you in the middle of what you know and what you don't know. You have to rely on the knowledge of the other students to close the gaps. And in case of emergency, the tutors steps in. And man, did we get to acquaint some tutors, one after the other. They managed to fill in the system as passion-based lecturing. Also to them, my gratitude, our gratitude is sincere. What comes to my mind when I look into the future is the significance of human movement sciences, the significance of what we can do for the world. From those who will proceed in an academical setting, I will eagerly read all your publications. Others will proceed in applied sciences. I can already imagine you, every one of you, as a head of performance in a professional soccer or a cycling team. I can imagine you to write a book on performance or to host a podcast on the topic. From now on, every medal ceremony will make me smile, knowing I have studied with the fellow behind the performance. But don't forget, our knowledge can contribute to clinical quandaries such as diabetes, long COVID, or sarcopenia as well. Challenges and opportunities lie ahead, and in all of them, I would like to think there is a power in collaboration, just the way like we collaborated while we were studying. After I hope bringing these words of inspiration and motivation, I want to close with a celebration. A few minutes ago, when I came onto the stand, you all applauded to me, even before I did anything. Now, I personally want to applaud for every one of you because of the things that you did achieve. A speech like this is historically referred to as the valediction. It is supposed to be a farewell statement. Not this time. This time is different. Let's not say goodbye. Let's stay connected. You are all part of my human movement sciences, but it was no science at all to get moved by the humans I've met at Maastricht University.
Thank you very much, Louis. That was a great speech. We're going to continue with the actual ceremony of graduation, and our next candidate, if...
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, you're ready? Our next candidate is Suzanne Jordan. Joas Kraus. Antigone Kiprayou. Danai Litrokapi. Lamas Malagon. Sophia Papa. Tim Reinders. Claudette Roelofs. Marc de Roy. Jill Schäfer. Nicole Shaw. Femke Thiessen. Judith Verlag. Jill Weber. Anna van Wersch. And Pascal Wischoff. So we have almost come to the end of a session in which 31 candidates received their master diploma. But before you get to your well-deserved and probably eagerly awaited drinks and celebration ceremonies, I have some personal words and actually 2 last assignments for you. So the first one is, although we check the information in your certificates with great care, it's always possible that we made an error, for example, in your name or in one of your grades, or an attachment is missing, so please check them carefully, and if you find something missing or wrong in the certificate, then please contact the board of examiners. And the second is, in about 3 weeks, excuse me, a link to the pictures from today will be sent to your email account by the alumni office, so you get access to all the photos that have been taken today. And so before we close, I would like to give you some personal words from my side. In 1997, the columnist Mary Schmish has published an essay written as a hypothetical commencement speech, like we know them from the US universities, that was published in the Chicago Tribune. And the essay later became a famous song released in '97 by Buzz Luhrmann. And those words really have accompanied me through the last 30 years, but then I realized that most of you were not actually probably even born when the essay or the song was released, and so I decided to read you some of the advice, which I experienced many times as very true and very helpful in my life. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2023, if I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they've faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you look back at photos of yourself and recall, I know by experience, in a way you can't grasp now, how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubble gum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on an idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long. In the end, it's only with yourself. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives, and some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance, and so are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you will ever own. Accept certain inalienable truth. Prices will rise. Politicians will philander. You too will get old, and when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you have a wealthy spouse, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen. All right. So it was a great pleasure for me to be one of the first ones to congratulate our new masters. And from this place, of course, I would like to also congratulate the parents, grandparents, family, partners. I can imagine yet you're all very eager to congratulate your master yourself and in person, and therefore I will invite you to the Grand Café Soirant at the Vrijthof. So if you don't know where that is, you can get some assistance and directions outside. You will find vouchers for drinks in your binders, in your folders, certificate folders. And just organizationally, I would like, when we close the masters, to go out first, because there's going to be a group picture taken of you outside, and then the parents and families can follow after you left the church. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the meeting, and I thank you all very much for your presence. I wish you all a wonderful day. I opened this meeting formally, and I'm going to close it formally.